Broadcasting from beautiful downtown Tallahassee, it's Nantan Lupan.
Welcome to today's show. My name is John. Sorry for the delay on getting this show out, but we had in-laws visiting because young daughter was graduating from college. As always, you can subscribe to the show on iTunes or follow the links to social media in the podcast show notes. Today we have the second of our back-to-school movies, and it's a dandy. The movie is To Sir With Love, 1967, and stars that great actor Sidney Poitier with an English cast. Sidney Poitier played the role of teacher Mark Thackeray, or Sir. Poitier was covered in episode 14, Band of Angels, 1957, and episode 23, The Longships, 1964. Christian Roberts played student Denham. Roberts ended his career with 23 credits, but none of them are really of interest to this audience. Judy Geeson played the role of rebellious student Pamela Dare. Born in 1948, she was a moderately successful actress with 95 TV and film credits. Some important roles she had were TV movie To Sir With Love 2, 1996, The Eagle Has Landed, 1976, and Brannigan, 1975, with John Wayne. Chris Chittell played student Potter. Chittell is an English actor. Of the 34 films he was in, besides this one, 2 others are of interest. They are The Wild Geese, 1978, and Zulu Dawn, 1979. Michael Desbarres was cast as student Williams. Desbarres was a British rocker who fronted an American band called Detective. He was a friend of Jimmy Page and was on the Swan Song label with Led Zeppelin. He has been active mostly in television. Perhaps one of his greatest roles was as Dog on WKRP in Cincinnati, 1978. On this show, he was a troublemaking band member from the band Scum of the Earth. Check it out, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Scottish pop star Lulu was cast in the role of Barbara Babs Pegg. She was born in Glasgow in 1948. As well as playing a part in the movie, she sang the title song on screen. The song sent her singing career into high gear. She eventually became one of the biggest English female singers of the 1960s. She continues to sing and work in the music industry. Story. The movie begins with engineer Mark Thackeray, Sidney Poitier, traveling on a British bus. The local ladies are sexually harassing him so bad it made me blush. One lady said she wouldn't mind finding him in her stocking at Christmas.
Wouldn't mind having this little lot in my stocking for Christmas, eh?
You wouldn't know what to do with it. You've been a wizard too long.
You speak for yourself. It's like riding a bicycle. You never forget how.
Is that a lump of coal reference? More about that later. Another lady says she is feeding her husband faggots of beans. I had to look it up. It's string beans and shallots. Thackeray arrived for his first day of work at North Quay Secondary School located in the East End of London. He will be the equivalent of a high school teacher because he cannot find an engineering job. The staff gives him a wide range of opinions about the students. Mr. Weston, Geoffrey Baton, loathes the students, but he starts giving Thackeray a lot of grief about race using phrases like, "that old black magic" and "black sheep of the family." New teacher Gillian Blanchard, Susan Kendall, is shaking in her boots. She should be the love interest of Thackeray, but it never happens. The others say they are basically good kids that have been thrown out of other schools and have tough home lives. The students, while clearly being lower income and at risk, are not very threatening by modern standards. Nobody seemed to be carrying a gun, and there were no needles. 2 main leaders of the class are Bert Denham, Christian Roberts, and hottie Pamela Dare, Judy Geeson. The rest of the class is staffed with male and female toadies, including thugs in need of leadership such as Williams, Michael Desbarres, and Potter, Chris Chittell, fashion queen and pop star Barbara Pegg, Lulu, and a silent Asian girl similar to the one in Pitch Perfect 2012. The class just does stuff like slamming desktops and doors. Nothing really bad, and Thackeray tries to ignore it and keep on teaching.
Next, weights and measures. What's avoirdupois?
What?
Avoirdupois. Weights.
Oh, yeah. Heavyweight, light heavy, cruiserweight, middle, light, bantam, fly, featherweight. Thank you very much.
They also wear the same clothes every day, as does Thackeray. One morning, Thackeray enters the class to find something burning on the heater. It never says in the movie, but it's assumed to be a sanitary napkin. He blows a gasket and throws the boys out of class. Where did they go when they left? To rob banks, I guess. He damns all of the girls for non-ladylike behavior and sluttish behavior. He blames all the girls.
All you boys, out. The girls, stay where they are.
What's the matter, Mr. Thackeray?
Out! Out!
All right.
Your crude behavior and your sluttish manner. There are certain things a decent woman keeps private, and only a filthy slut would have done this. And those who stood by and encouraged her are just as bad. I don't care who's responsible, you're all to blame.
Thackeray becomes more upset at himself for losing his cool and vows to do better. When he goes back, he changes the rules and decides to teach life skills. Everyone has to use formal naming and polite behavior. All subjects are open for discussion. Teaching real-life skills, Thackeray has won over the class except for Denham, who sulks in the back row. The kids find out Thackeray had a similar background to them. Thackeray organizes a cultural trip to the British History Museum. The class shows up cleaned, polished, and ready to go. The museum visit is shot in a long series of stationary shots. This happened because late in the production they were denied access to film in the museum, and only still cameras could be used. When everything seems to be going well, the wolf is at the door. Mr. Bell, Dervis Ward, the gym teacher, forces Fats Buckley to do a split over the vault. The kid's name is Fats. You know he can't make it, but Bell forces him. He crashes and breaks the vault.
Next! Buckley! Come on, boy.
I'm not a boy, I'm a man. And I don't want to do it, sir. It's too high.
You're a boy and you're a fat boy too. Come on, I'm waiting. Get some of that jelly off you.
Fats can't do it. It's too high for him.
Of course he can't do it. Buckley, do as you're told. Come on.
Potter picks up a wooden leg and threatens the gym teacher. Thackeray has to come in and calm the situation down. Thackeray insists that Potter apologize to Mr. Bell, even though Bell could have been in the wrong. This loses most of the support he has been getting from the boys. The mother of the only black student, Seals, Anthony Villaroli, dies and the class takes a collection for flowers, but they won't take any money from Thackeray. They also say that they won't be going to his house because of Seals' race. Thackeray is assigned to take over the gym class. Now, in what now appears to be a real ironic scene, Pam Dare's mother comes to talk to Thackeray. It seems that her daughter is using the parade of men the mother hussy entertains at the house as an excuse to run the streets with a parade of men. Go figure. Thackeray talks to Pam, and there is some real sexual tension between the two. Pam does not understand the message, and Thackeray has now lost the entire class. Thackeray has been mailing job applications throughout the movie. With everything failing at the school, he finally receives an offer for a job as an engineer. In the gym class, Denham wants to box. I think this might fix all of the problems in American schools if you could beat the crap out of each other. But I guess we have evolved to where the meek shall inherit the earth. So, off my soapbox. Denham takes a couple of cheap shots trying to hurt the teacher. After a bit, Thackeray unloads an uppercut to Denham's gut. He drops like a bag of wet sand. Thackeray almost throws a finishing punch, but checks his anger at the last minute. Following the boxing lesson, Denham asks Thackeray why he didn't follow up with the finishing punch. Thackeray says that he lost control of his temper, but then he got it back, and that many things in class may seem unfair, but that was a part of life. He offers Denham a job as a boxing instructor for the next term. In this one move of brutal honesty, he has reclaimed the entire class. Later, when he travels to Seals' house, the entire class is there to show respect. Finally, the night of the final dance arrives, and all is well. Even old Weston, who has been race-baiting Thackeray, admits he is a gifted teacher and should continue this work. Barbara Pegg announces a ladies' choice dance, and Pam Dare goes after Thackeray like a hungry dog after a pork chop.
My
a lady's choice.
She is mauling him with her eyes and pouting lips. Miss Dare, his eyes are up top. Lulu sings him the song To Sir With Love.
The time has come for closing books, and long last looks must end.
Then the band changes to a rocking beat, and the kids see how hip their teacher really is. Denham announces that the class has a gift for the teacher. Miss Wong, Lin Soo Moon, the silent girl, delivers the silver cup. Mr. Thackeray is choked up and retreats to his dark classroom. A young couple wanders into the room and begins goading Thackeray that they will be in his class next year.
Evening, gals.
Nice, isn't it?
I'm in your bleeding class next term.
After they leave, he realizes the importance of his work. He pulls a job offer from his pocket and tears it up. World famous short summary: high school students are bastard people. If you enjoyed this week's show, please tell your friends, and if you really want to help, drop over to iTunes and give me a review. If you want to comment, recommend a movie, or just say hi, follow the links in the show note to my site. Beware the Moors.